Hi. Welcome back to Curious Food, guys. How's it going?
It's going good. Yeah, so last week I did a challenge. And Martin did such a poor job as a cameraman that I decided he needed a bit more practice. So today I'm gonna be cooking.
Trying to redeem yourself, huh?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So what we're making today?
We are gonna be making a chili.
All right.
And of course there's a billion different ways to make a chili. This is one of those dishes that every family has their own recipe, and this is mine, very, very simple one.
All right, well, I'm looking forward to it. Anything else you want to tell us about, like, how do you learn this? Is this your family's recipe? Is this something you just picked up? Or?
Yeah, the first time I even tried chili was when I lived in the States. And I was such a fan that I bought an American cookbook and gave it to my mom as that Christmas gift or something.
Mom, make this for me, please.
Yeah, basically that was it. But this is a version of that.
All right, well, I'm looking forward to it. Let's get cooking.
All right, we're gonna cook everything in this pot. The first thing we're gonna need is some cooking oil.
And what are you using?
It's olive oil, raps, it's like a mixture of...
Okay, so it's olive oil and grapeseed oil.
Oh, sure.
No, sorry, canola oil is the correct term. Yeah.
It's oil, guys, it's oil.
What have you learned here? Oil is not just oil.
So, what I want to do first is to get some garlic into that oil. One of our earliest episodes, we had a little argument about whether or not it was normal to have a garlic press in the kitchen or not.
Yeah, yeah.
I think my mom saw that episode because she gave me one for Christmas.
So right into the cold pan, some garlic oil. So you don't fry that off first, you just pour everything in?
Not everything.
Mm.
So I'm not exactly sure how much garlic one should have. I'm using like 3.5.
3.5 cloves, yeah?
Yeah.
I love garlic.
Messy.
Like you smell it immediately.
Oh yeah. And it's okay if there's some big chunks falling in there, like it doesn't matter. Next up, red onions, but only a few.
Only a few, okay,
only
so just a couple.
Yeah.
All right.
Not a lot at all. And of course I could have turned this pan on right away. So I don't actually know if this is like a cooking technique or anything, but I like to do this when I make chili. I fry off a little bit of garlic and onions in here, because in my mind, when I then cook the meat in here, the meat is going to get more garlic.
Actually, when you cook it out, you're going to soften up that raw garlic taste. So you'll get a lot of garlic flavor in your meat, but it won't be as harsh as if it was raw.
Now this is bubbling away here. I'm just going to add the meat. So we got about 200 grams of minced meat. I'm using chicken because I like that.
All right.
I mean, you can use whatever you like. I'm using chicken, you can use beef, cat, whatever you feel like.
Just so that YouTube doesn't, cancel us, no, don't eat cat. You're starting getting that cooked chicken smell with the garlic and the onion. It's nice.
Just cook the chicken until it's, we say brown in Norway, but that sounds weird to say in English.
So what you want to see is a little bit of that, but it is a little bit brown. It's a little bit of that Maillard reaction. So when it's, getting a little bit of
just make sure.
Sear,
yeah. Now it's pretty much cooked all the way through. Like it looks like it has a nice color. I put down the temperature a little bit.
All right, to like the medium low.
All right, so the next thing I want is some tomato beans.
Okay, so beans and tomato sauce?
Yeah, they don't have to be beans and tomato sauce, but that is what we're using.
So he's put beans in chili, guys. I know that's a sin, but
It is?
I don't know, I heard somewhere that, it's from Big Bang Theory.
Are there beans in it? Then it's not chili.
If there's beans in chili, it's not chili. According to the Big Bang Theory, so we'll see if they're correct or not.
If you're using the Big Bang Theory as a source, then I'm putting beans in.
But you're from a foreign land, so your ignorance is forgiven.
Oh, I have to spend time watching Big Bang Theory and find that clip. The life of an editor. All right, just mix that in. And then we have some chopped tomatoes.
Rough chopped tomatoes,
Rough chopped.
Yeah.
I don't think it really matters if they're rough or not.
Just don't buy the whole ones because then you're gonna spend a lot of time trying to crush them in the pan.
It's a really powerful machine.
Yeah, it's really good.
Noisy machine too, but
like you guys can't hear it that well, but this thing is
super noisy. All right, got my spice mix here. So this is half a tablespoon of cumin, half a tablespoon of chili powder, about 1 teaspoon of salt, specifically garlic salt, because
a little
why
bit of garlic
not?
salt.
And 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder. So the cocoa powder is apparently there to make it, I don't know, more rich.
Yeah, rich, thicken it up a little bit.
Especially if you're making like a vegan chili. The cocoa powder is going to add a lot of the taste.
Yeah, a lot of
you
thickness
would-
and like juiciness that you would get from meat. Yeah.
Now this isn't a lot of spices. It's actually quite mild now, and that's how you should make a chili. You should make it mild first, and then taste, add, until it's the way you want it. But as you can see, this is already starting to look really good.
Smells good.
I mean, it's really good. You can do it, take it like that. Perfectly happy. I want it a little bit more spicy. And so I'm going to add more
This is just the chili flakes?
powder.
Chili powder. Okay.
Yeah.
Careful.
It'll be fine. There we go.
Famous last words.
Also gonna put some more cumin in.
This whole episode is just going to be like more and more leaning towards the food. Just like,
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna end up using at least double
yeah,
what I had.
So just add a little bit of mix first and then a little bit at a time. Try to find that balance that you want.
Exactly.
I noticed you're fixing the sauce now while you still have a couple of ingredients waiting for it.
I am. I was gonna talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, I at least like to put bell peppers in at the very end.
Okay.
That makes it easier to tell how much I should use, and I don't want the bell peppers to become soggy.
Ah.
I want that little crunch.
Okay, so you want them to just be like heated through and almost raw, just, okay.
But these, the red peppers, I can probably put in now.
All right. Oh, I'm hungry. It smells good.
Also, you see how much this is? We use 200 grams.
200 grams of meat and
meat.
A can of beans and a can of
Like when I make this
tomatoes.
on my own, this is dinner and supper for 2 days.
And then you could like fix yourself a burrito for the next day and make that with some rice. You can. The great thing about Mexican food, especially the way we used to make it, is that if you don't mind eating roughly the same taste a couple of days in a row, you can make one big stew, and then you'll have meal prep for half a week.
Yeah, basically. I am actually really disappointed about how little taste there was from that mix.
Yeah. Can I give you a little bit of like a general advice? This is going to be expensive, but if you're noticing that you're finding that the spices that you're bringing is a little bit dull, or you want more of that taste, what you can do, now this is expensive, this is an upgrade to cooking, and it's basically buying whole spices, frying them up in a dry pan for a little bit, and then crushing it yourself. You're gonna get a lot more taste. However, that said, it's a lot more expensive, it's a lot more time consuming, so, and a little bit of cocoa.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, I actually forgot something.
What'd you
I
forget?
wanted to try out putting chorizos in. Oh, it's not too late.
Oh, that sounds
It
amazing.
is not too late.
Chorizo is lovely. Oh, so you got like already like sliced up chorizo for like a deli chorizo, deli slices.
And that's the thing, like most of this is just bubbling. I mean, it's not gonna burn that easily. So you can just
No, there's a
leave
lot
it-
of liquid in there, so.
Yeah, just leave it at low heat. Suddenly remember that you got some chorizo in the fridge and be like, yeah,
I'll use some of those.
add that. Just cut up some like strands of it.
Too careful with the fingers there, man.
Actually, I'm gonna make like a little bit of chorizo. Like that.
We're gonna make like a video on cutting and like how to improve your cutting technique.
Are you saying I need a video on how to improve my cutting technique?
Yes.
It's still shockingly mild.
Yeah.
Considering all the powder I've been putting in there. So I'm just gonna put in some chili flakes.
Cumin, coriander. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna do it.
Ooh. All right. Yeah, some dried chili flakes.
See if that did something. I mean, it can be spicier.
Yeah.
But I'd absolutely eat this.
Well, I definitely will eat this.
Trying to think, like, this is where I get into like experimentation mode and thinking like, what else can I put in?
You can put in some sriracha, some garlic.
Good idea. You also put some barbecue sauce in if you want to. Or you can...
I mean, this is where you can start like experimenting, right? You have the base ready, just add whatever spices you want, start experimenting, start making it your own.
Holy.
That worked?
Yeah, now it has a lot of chorizo flavor. Definitely spicy now. Now, one red bell pepper and one green.
Rough chopped.
Rough chopped. Add some color and some crunch.
Get a bit like texture difference instead of just like a meaty stew. You'll get a little bit of freshness.
So basically, after you've mixed that in, done.
All right.
I would recommend eating this with like some sort of bread or
some carbs next to it as well.
Yeah. And there we have it. I'm just gonna let that warm up the bell peppers, and then
I think for those watching, I think the one thing that's going to be like surprising for them is the cocoa. Yeah, using chocolate powder to enhance that meaty flavor is.
Well,
brilliant.
I mean, it actually makes a little bit of sense though. Like in South America, where they grow both chilies and cocoa powder, traditionally they've used both in all sorts of foods.
Yeah, and it's called, I think the most well-known sauce there is the mole sauce, which is the chocolate sauce, chocolate brown sauce with chili and chocolate. All right.
Yeah.
We done? I'm
gonna say we're done.
Okay, let's dig in. So you get this. Yeah, it's spicy.
Oh yeah.
You get like this meaty, rich flavor, and then the perfect thing about this chili is actually the bell peppers. Because that little freshness of chunks just bites through something, and it's really delicious.
Yeah.
It is really well made, man. Good job.
So, redeemed. For the video that will not be linked in the description.
I think I'll say this. You know how to cook when you know what to cook.
See you next time.
Yeah. Comment down below, what would you put in the chili?
Oh yeah, let's get some chili recipes in the comment section.
Oh yeah.
That would be cool.
And any suggestions what to do next? See you next time.
Bye.
Oh yeah.